So as y'all can see, get some floors redone in the restroom. Just got my kitchen floors done. Still working on that. So we working, getting some house work. Bomb Squad! Bow! What's happening? Nocturnal Thoughts. Welcome to the channel. I don't know if you got the opportunity to, but I did. Watch Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury Part 2 face off at the conference. Let's chop it up. Yo, a lot of things going on in that conference, but it was a pleasure to see. You know, originally I know Deontay Wilder missed one of the conferences, and Tyson Fury went on a rant talking about he was living rent free up in his head. He was scared to come face him to face because he was scared he was going to, play his little mental mind games and get in Deontay Wilder's head like he did in the first fight. I don't know. I don't think that happened. One of my favorite words, stoic. Deontay Wilder seems stoic, laser focused. He looked bigger. He looked more mentally and physically prepared for this fight. Now, when he did that bomb squad, I think it kind of shook Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury tried to retort and come back a little bit and say, hey, there's a pussy in the house? Something along those lines. But Tyson Fury was not convincing. I usually credit Tyson Fury for being a genius mentally, and the way his vernacular. Then he has the accent, of course. But I've also said Tyson Fury is a genius outside of the ring and inside of the ring to a certain extent. But Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, in my mind, have always been somewhat of a yin and yang. Meaning, you have the total opposites. But in this case, in boxing, you can only have one. Only one can survive. Even though the first fight was a draw, I don't think that's what we're going to see. So let me break down this conference in my opinion, from my point of view. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. This is Nocturnal Thoughts. I salute the real. First things first, the suit. Tyson Fury had on the white suit with the collage of his little figures of himself and the little boxing figures. Kind of tacky, of course. That's his style, to be kind of tacky and to be bold, to be different, stand out, abstract. And then you had Deontay Wilder with the black fitted suit with the gold highlights, the gold trim with the big Cuban link diamond crusted gold chain. And even Tyson Fury had to say he was impressed by his dress. He was impressed by the man's how he presented himself. Tyson Fury was not able to deliver his onslaught of vernacular insults. He was almost at a loss of words, which was surprising because Tyson Fury is never at a loss for words. But in this case, Tyson Fury seemed to be somewhat at a loss for words and contradicting himself. One contradiction that stood out heavy in my mind is the fact that Tyson Fury said, I'm going to be slippery I'm going to be slippery like a goldfish in the fish bowl. You're not going to be able to catch me. Which means to me, he's going to be back to his herky jerky, triple feint style. But then he turns around and says he had a dream and he's going to knock Deontay Wilder out in 2 rounds. Hence, he's been training in the Kronk gym with Sugar Hill, who's been showing him how to sit down on his punches. Now, to me, Tyson Fury has always kind of threw out these little slappy punches. Even he always kind of threw out these big slappy punches because he had the distance. He could keep you away from that head. You know what I'm saying? And he could do a bunch of, Muhammad Ali-ish herky-jerky, lean up against the ropes, and then come back with these slappy punches. I've heard his dad say he had like pillow punches and kitten, K-I-T-T-E-N, kitten punches and feather pillow punches. So, Tyson Fury has never been just a big knockout artist. He does have some knockouts on his resume because he's a big dude. But I don't think when Deontay Wilder says his punches hurt, but I was never hurt in the fight, as to say it was never where Tyson Fury had to kind of snap in the kind of power that would hurt Deontay Wilder, similar to Luis Ortiz did. So Tyson Fury seems somewhat muted. And, to be honest, somewhat unsure of himself. I think his plan to get in Deontay Wilder's head, I think that kind of backfired. Deontay Wilder was very stoic, and you can tell mentally he was in his zone. You know what I'm saying? The way he answered questions, the way he presented his case, I didn't see where, he would have any mental lapses. He just plainly put, I think, getting over that first fight, like he said, he had so much on his shoulders. That first fight being his first pay-per-view, having the whole show to himself, not having to compete with all the other sports in America that have been overshadowing boxing, especially in the heavyweight division. He finally got a big opportunity, and I think it took him off his square a little bit. I remember even seeing in the first fight him being backstage with his fiance, and he was just over and over talking to her. It's not a game. It's not a game. You know what I'm saying? You can just tell he had so much riding on that. He went into that fight, that first fight, swinging for the fences. Another thing that Tyson Fury said that kind of caught my ears is that he said Deontay Wilder's just another bum, just another fighter who has a puncher's chance, and he couldn't land. He said, I was on the couch for 2 years, I gained 140 pounds, I came back, and you still couldn't beat me. You had to get a gifted decision. He said that you couldn't even land a punch. You only landed 2 or 3 punches. And when he said that, it's to me, it's like you are admitting that the man was only able to land 3 punches, and you was knocked down 3 times in that fight. Wow. What an omission. For you to say I was untouchable. I was untouchable for 9 rounds, and only 3 times were you able to touch me, and every single time you touched me, I was on my back. That's saying a whole lot. Deontay Wilder coming into this rematch. Deontay Wilder coming into this rematch, I don't think it's going to take him 12 rounds to recalibrate himself. I think it's like he said, he collected the data from the first fight, and when he goes in for a rematch, it's going to take him less time to make the adjustments to set his man up. To be honest, I think that what's going to happen is probably within 3 rounds, pow, Within 3 rounds, Deontay Wilder is probably going to dial in on Tyson Fury. I'd already made a video saying that Deontay Wilder might knock out Tyson Fury in round uno. So don't be surprised. But I think most likely it's going to take Deontay Wilder 3 rounds to start to dial in on Tyson Fury. And you're going to see Tyson Fury in danger, if not on his backside in the 3rd round. Tyson Fury, to me, he's no pushover. He's not going to come in to lay down. And I feel like Tyson Fury, we know Tyson Fury has the ability to get back up. So he's going to get back up in the 3rd round. And in the 4th round, I think he's going to make an adjustment. He's going to play it safe. He's going to be, just like he said, like a goldfish in the fish bowl that you can't catch. And I don't know if anybody has ever tried to catch a fish in a fish aquarium, but they are some slippery little bastards. But when you know the technique to get them, when you know how to trap them and scoop them up, they are fish out of the water. And I believe that's what Tyson Fury is going to be by the 6th round. At least within 6 rounds, I think Tyson Fury is going to be a fish out of the water. He's going to be in Valhalla. No, without honesty, I think within 6 rounds, Deontay Wilder would have made all the adjustments necessary, dialed in perfectly, and delivered a fatality blow. Now, I don't mean that literally in the ring catching a body, because honestly, I think Deontay Wilder is dead set on knocking Tyson Fury out of the ring. And I don't know what age generation everybody who's going to hear this video is going to be. But if you're from the 80s, one of the first boxing games ever to exist was Ring King. And in that game, Ring King, the main objective was to deliver that shot. Bow! That was knocking mugs up out. That's all I got for y'all today. I appreciate y'all time. Y'all take it easy. Salute to the real. Don't work too hard.